God loves me, and my family loves me, and I have people who care about me. So I don't really need to concern myself about anything much or really worry about what's going on in my mind because I'm being taken care of. I just listened to a fascinating interview from Eqafe, which that is the title, God Loves You. Yes, you. And I will include the link below. And with these interviews, they're just so always surprising. I'm always surprised when I listen to them at just how much personal growth I can get from 30 minutes of listening to an interview. And but do I really not need to worry and be concerned too much about myself? Generally, my health is good. My world is good. Everything's stable. Is this true? Well, no, it's not true. And, the statement, God loves me, is quite useless, actually. Because, after experiencing recently in June my mom suffering greatly and then dying, that's the fact, right? That's what happens to us if we're lucky enough, lucky in quotations, to live to be an old age. She was 87. All that really happens is the body depletes. There's often great suffering, and then you die, whether God loves you or not. Why does this happen? Should we take responsibility for ourselves? Should we even bother trying or learning about what's going on in our minds? Because this is the fact. That is what is going on within your own mind. You are 100% responsible and accountable for. And it affects your body greatly. And it's interesting in this interview, they talk about care. And, sadly, no one does really care for you. Or perhaps truly love you in a way that's absolute. Because what happens when someone dies, especially, I'm going to talk about my mom now, an older person. Life just goes on, doesn't it? I'm not saying I didn't mourn my mom. I did, of course. But life just goes on, and she is missed in a way that she was a awesome person, and we all enjoyed her company. But really, what are we concerned with? Well, we're concerned with ourselves and our lives. And we just kind of let the world go by, don't we? We don't really stand up and do anything about it. Now, there is so much to learn about the physical. We don't even think about our physical too much, do we? We just kind of stay in our minds most of the day. And we rarely think about our physical body or just be here with our body. And really, that is the key. And there is a key that it's being offered by Eqafe and these audio interviews. There are many free interviews which can get you started listening to. And there is a whole universe within your physical body that you don't know about. We're not taught to know about. We just focus on survival and in self-interest, really, don't we? People get old and die, and it just goes on. However, the problem is within all this now that separation has become so extreme between you and me that the non-caring is becoming more blatant, and there's more insanity and more acts of violence and more tragedy and more war and more inequality and more people dying of starvation. and more harm to the planet and more horrible show of blatant not caring and love to the animal kingdom. And, the planet is alive, but we don't care. We just keep raping it, taking from it, consuming in our preoccupation in our minds, in our own little worlds, our own little private lives. And we're all guilty, and we all need to be the solution. So I would encourage you to listen to this interview to start a journey, to find out who and what you are. What is your mind? What is your body? And why? How can we change it? We have to change individually in order to change the earth and our participation in it. It's both individual and as a collective. So please check out this interview. Thank you.